The New York Rangers lose to the Buffalo Sabres 5-1 at home in MSG, and it's not the best performance, that's for sure. It was probably one of the worst, if not the worst, honestly, of the entire season. This game was just awful. It really was bad. Igor and net, he played solid. He made a lot of great saves, but a couple maybe you want to see him get. But other than that, though, it just overall wasn't a great game of the Rangers defensively. A lot of turnovers, a lot of poor passes, just bad plays in the defensive zone especially. And right at the start of the game as well, there's a ton of just bad turnovers and poor play. And that's kind of what just kind of kick-started this awful game overall. Pretty much started to finish, it was just a bad game by the Rangers. They had their moments at times, really put on a lot of pressure, had a lot of great chances, but overall, it just was not the best game by the Rangers. But let's take a look at what happened here in this 5-1 loss against the Sabres. Starting off here with the goaltenders, Igor Shesterkin stopped 34 of 38 shots. Still finished with, pretty solid numbers there. Didn't do too bad. He had not like an all right game. He didn't play great, but a lot of these goals you couldn't really blame all on him. So it is what it is. It definitely didn't have the best game though. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen though, he had a great game for the Buffalo Sabres, stopping 25 from 26 shots. Made a lot of great saves, and on one in particular, absolutely robbed someone. And we'll get to that later on in the recap. And taking a look here in the first period, we see Wheeler start things off by scoring, but unfortunately it gets called back for a hand pass. It hit off Cooley from behind the net, bounces out front, sits in front of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Wheeler smacks it home, but unfortunately it does not count because they got a hand pass from when it hit Cooley. So unfortunate there. It is what it is. Carrying on, though, taking a look at what happened after that, we see J.J. Peterka of the Sabres score the actual first goal of the game as he snipes one past Igor to make things 1-0 for the Sabres. Unfortunate there. Owen Power and Olofsson got the assist on that. So, three of the young guys for the Sabres getting some points there. Nice for them. They have a great young core of players. Definitely have a very bright future. They might not be the most serious Stanley Cup contender this year, but definitely in the next couple of years they should be a serious threat with all the prospects and great young talent they have. So definitely watch out for them in the next couple of years, that's for sure. But taking a look here at the second period, we see Kakko take a really big hit, and then he lands really awkwardly onto his knee, and it just didn't look great. He got hit by Eric Johnson. It wasn't really a dirty hit necessarily. He lands really awkwardly. It did not look great, and I'm no doctor, but from what I saw there, it did not look great, and it probably could mean he's going to be out long-term, potentially the whole season. Like I said, I have no idea. I could be wrong, but it didn't look great. His knee was not looking too pretty there. So we'll see how long he's out for. Hopefully it's not too long, but it definitely could be a long-term. So maybe we're back in the Patrick Kane kind of talks. They're obviously potentially needed another right wing. That's a possibility now if he is out long-term, which definitely would appear so. And also can open up some cap space if he goes in LTIR. And we'd be able to pay Kane a bit more money because of the savings we get on Kakko's obviously cap hit with him going on LTIR. So that could work there. It would make a lot more sense because it would also be that clear role kind of open for him on that third line. So if you wanted to do that, come on the third line, be with, probably Heedle when he comes back and Cooley. That could be a good spot for him there on that third line. A lot of scoring out of that line would be a pretty good thing to have. So that's definitely a possibility. We'll see what happens there with Kane. Whether the Rangers actually get back in talks now with Kakko potentially being out long term. Now, maybe I'm completely wrong here. Maybe he's out for a week or two, and we'll see. But it definitely did not look great. So it definitely seems like he's probably out for at least a few weeks minimum, if not the entire season. So we'll see what happens. But carrying on here, taking a look at some other stuff in the second period here. The Rangers got some decent chances, just couldn't really score though. Igor's making a lot of great saves. And, with 2 minutes left in the second period, they also showed a stat where the Rangers were winning the faceoffs 20-5. So the Rangers had 20 faceoff wins and the Buffalo Sabres had 5, which is honestly insane. The Rangers have been extremely dominant on the faceoffs, and this entire game was just completely dominating the Buffalo Sabres for the pretty much whole entire game. It was amazing to see. This team on faceoffs with Mike Peck coming in, it's been absolutely amazing. He has completely changed his team around. The Rangers were one of the worst teams, it feels like, the last couple of years on faceoffs, just not getting the job done. And, now this year, this team has just completely turned things around. And we see Vincent Trocheck have an absolute monster game on the draws as well today. He had 16 faceoffs win, 1 faceoff loss, which is honestly nuts. Having 16 wins, 1 loss is unreal. He has been amazing on the draws, and that is definitely a good thing to see. And so is really the whole entire team, as the Rangers have the number 1 faceoff win percentage in the entire NHL. Definitely a nice thing to see. Taking a look here, though, at Alex Tuck. He scores a late one with 26 seconds left in the second period there. Unfortunate one on a rebound. So Tuck, he buries that one. Definitely not what you want to see. And then going to the third period there, Wheeler, he makes a nice pass over to VC, who has a wide open net, and then Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he kind of falls backwards, kind of dives back over and just stops it with his stick. An absolutely amazing stop by him. Really unfortunate there that VC couldn't bury it because he had the entire open net. Like the whole thing was wide open. He just couldn't bury it. A nice save though by UPL, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And we see Pitlick there. He gets a 2-minute penalty for interference, but it kind of seemed like it wasn't a great call, kind of a follow through on the hip, but either way, he gets called for that. And then a nice kill though there. Then we see the Rangers. They get a power play. Zach Benson, he gets 2 minutes for cross-checking. Kind of a softish call, but it goes the Rangers' way, so they get the power play there. And then right off the draw, Mika, he gets a 1T from Gustafsson and Panarin. So another Trocheck faceoff win there on that one as well. So there's a pretty big showing there. When you can win faceoffs, good things can happen, especially in the power play. So Trocheck wins the faceoff there. Mika gets a 1T from Gustafsson, also assisted by Panarin, and that makes things 2-1 for the Buffalo Sabres. Then we see Alex Tuck get his second in the game. He gets a pass in the upper slot, skates down, and rips one past Igor to make things 3-1. Then we see, obviously, the Rangers pull the goalie, and then unfortunately, though, Middlestat gets an empty netter. And then after that, we see Okposo with 6.7 seconds left after with Igor in net. He gets a nice 1T and buries it to make things 5-1 for the Buffalo Sabres, and that ends things off there. Obviously, not a great game by the Rangers, losing 5-1. An empty netter in there as well. A couple late ones. Not what you want to see by the team. Not a great finish. Not a great start. Not a great middle. Overall, just not a great game. But this team has still been absolutely phenomenal this year. They're still 13-2-1 in their last 16 games. You cannot be upset with how this team's been playing as of late. They've been phenomenal. They're still out one of their leaders, one of their top guys in Adam Fox. I mean, missing Foxy, we all know as Rangers fans, is a huge miss. He's still out. You still got Filipino out, who obviously we know was originally the second-line center. When he comes back, I think he's going to be that third-line guy. So not great there. Obviously, also losing Kakko was not ideal, but now it could potentially open up the door of bringing in someone else like a Patrick Kane or potentially someone else on the trade block somewhere. So we'll see what happens there. I'll keep you guys updated on all that stuff and more as I do post every single day. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below your guys' thoughts on this game. And don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content I post every single day. Thank you so much for watching, and see ya.